If you want to find out how unproductive the building industry is, stick with me as I break down the Productivity Commission's latest 104-page report and tell you how bad it is.
We know that housing affordability is a big concern for many Australians.
It's a concern if you're homeless. If you own property, you're getting fucking rich.
Dwelling construction productivity has been in the doldrums for at least 30 years. That means we get about half as much house per hour worked than we did 3 decades ago.
Half the house for twice the price.
Even after we adjust for the fact that our houses are bigger and better quality.
Better quality, many of you would say that's debatable.
Construction productivity is 12% lower now. Many other countries share Australia's housing productivity woes.
Many other countries share Australia's productivity woes because they've done the same fucking dumb things that we have. Actually, we followed most of their dumb things and created a dumb situation.
So why is productivity in housing construction going backwards?
The building industry 30 years ago was low-hanging fruit for rent seekers and grifters who saw an opportunity for them to get their clutches into the dollars and try and create layers of bureaucracy to feather their own nests.
Housing construction is complicated.
It's actually not, and it doesn't have to be, but they make it that way. So let's break down the reasons why they call it complicated.
Including complex and slow approvals, lack of innovation, the small scale of most construction companies, and workforce issues, including the ability to attract and retain some types of workers.
And every single one of those problems was created by government. I mean, let's talk about the complexity of rules and regulations. I'm wearing an 18-kilo weighted vest today, which means that walking on this treadmill is way harder than it should be. I could take this vest off, I'd be able to walk twice as fast. The report also references the size of building companies, that they're too small to be able to manage anything at scale. The reason they're too small is because the government doesn't allow them to get bigger without more complexity and rules and regulations. But if you want to incentivise a building company to get bigger, make the apprentices cheaper, make the labour easier to attract, and then get rid of fucking payroll tax.
From our research, we identified 4 priorities for governments.
And you watch the mega corporate interests here swoop in to try and solve the crisis.
First, developing more streamlined and better coordinated planning approvals.
$22,000 infrastructure charge to put a granny flat in the backyard of your house in Logan Council in Queensland.
Making sure that those that have to make the decisions, including local councils, have enough resources to do so.
Resources means rates. They're going to have to jack the rates so they've got the resources.
Second, undertaking an independent review of building regulations with a focus on the National Construction Code.
This part will absolutely blow your mind.
The code has never been comprehensively reviewed, and aspects of its operation are likely making the cost of building higher than it should be.
The National Construction Code has never been reviewed. Productivity was never taken into consideration. They implemented the National Construction Code in full in every state, caveat with some conditions, without understanding what it would do to productivity and the deliverability of a house. Think about that.
Third, improving workforce mobility and flexibility through national consistency and occupational licensing.
You thought tradies were bad now. Wait until they let in 500,000 carpenters from the subcontinent and then instantly qualify them to Australian standards.
And fourth, removing impediments to innovation and investing in it.
The only innovation you're going to see will be multi-unit high-rise dog boxes on train lines built by mega corporations so that they own the housing, they can switch you on and switch you off.
Through encouraging new building techniques such as modular building.
Modular high-rises.
These reforms can help Australian governments meet their commitment to build 1.2 million homes over 5 years.
Can we fix it? No, it's pretty fucked. It's pretty fucked. If you didn't get that impression from that video, I don't know what will do it. What's your thoughts? Can we fix it? Chuck your thoughts in the comments there, share it around. Let's get people talking about the National Construction Code for a start. Jesus, can you believe they didn't even consider that into productivity? I'd love to hear what your suggestions are on how we increase productivity in the building industry.